swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Huskers will kick it away first. Coming out with it, it's Stewart. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Haynes. He's out past the 35. Oh, he's got some space. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
I love it. First play of the game, they're trusting their quarterback to take a shot. He got the coverage he wanted. He found his one-on-one matchup, and his guy made a play. You cannot start better than that, fellas.
Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback may change this route. Running back searching for a hole. Finds a little space. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he was hard to bring down.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for space, it's Haynes. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand. At least hold them to 3.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to slam it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They'll leave it with him. And he's not going anywhere to start the night as the home team greets their visitors rather rudely.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Now the play fake. He's going for a big play downfield. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. Still get a pass breakup, but man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. To the air, it's Raiola. Pocket breaking down. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking downfield on 1st down. On the run, still looking. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's 2 things he has to think about on one play.
He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game on the toss play.
Looking to throw for it. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments. Going for the marker on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
They'll try the run. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. Pitches way ahead, pick up a 3 and gets it to the 20-yard line. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. And they're not on the same page there.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
And the Huskers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think
turning it on. Past the 20. Touchdown Wolverine. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in here, he got the long touchdown.
And he got that extra point through. No slipping on snow. It was good. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bring in the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Throws to the tight end. And the missed connection on third down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
He wants to change this route. To the air on first down. Quarterback adapted. Makes the grab. It's Marsh. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Now they'll run the draw. This junior making his presence felt. Some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not gratitude. Often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Cornhuskers will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Gonna run it. It's Haynes. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
And the Wolverines really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Off play action. Looking deep. Reels it in on the left side. And he ran away from the crowd and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They go to the ground. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a great-looking run there. Nebraska has had such a great lineage at running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, Rex Burkhead, they always seem to be pumping somebody up into the NFL. This guy has a chance to play on Sunday because of his skills.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Finds his man. It's Mills. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
looks for the tight end. Wide open downfield. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these third downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and flow. Nice job reading the defense. A beautiful pass.
The Huskers have this offense rolling. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Hunter. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So they'll decline the pass interference penalty, and the results of the play will stand. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Use the play fake, now to throw. Complete to the right. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
Well, another catch by the big fella, and hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. And he forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
In the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen. But you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job. Playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a third down.
And he's going to go backwards, and they force a fourth down. What a play by this defensive front.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Paul.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Let's it go to the end zone. Picked off. He's brought down, a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Very useful run there to get away from the goal line. He'll pick up 4 out to the 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Fires to the wideout. Got him, and nobody's close. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time it's complete. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Rushes on him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to...
Tough catch through the snow, and it's loose. The quarter coming. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Got the first down, looking for more. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Might as well give it to him again. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the 2nd half on defense? That's the question.
Here's a hit. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll field the punt and take it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, Wolverines! Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on 1 punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ready to go back to work on offense. They really sputtered out of the gate, turned it over, punted the last time they had it. We'll see if the 3rd possession is the charm. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
third down play. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down. What a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a first and goal after the pick. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll bring it out from it. He's on the loose. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a three-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to...
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one on a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. And we can mention names, and Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back, because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it.
There he goes. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10.
Obviously, great job picking up the first down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Makes the catch. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Third and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And this one sails through just inside that left upright.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Motion from the wideout. Going right to work up top. Grab near the sticks. It's Marsh. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
That had to be a coverage bust because there's no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got it. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the tailback. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And some room to work. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the back. Touchdown Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Cornhuskers will put total leather and will get started. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They're going to ride this running back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
The play-action fake. That's caught. It's Stewart. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. This guy fits the bill, big, sturdy Michigan pocket passer.
And it's built on the ground, but I tell you what, when Michigan's had their best teams, they got to have that balance, right? You got to have a guy back there in the pocket that can go through the fake and then make the decision, get the ball out, and get some first downs.
Back open in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense, getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
The seventh play of this opening drive will be a third and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on third down. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
The Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Parker. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. They just keep firing. Caught close to the marker. It's Mills. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Zings it complete to the right. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll come through on 3rd down. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Hard to imagine this is only their first drive of the game, but their defense was on the field for virtually an entire quarter. So, guys, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here to convert this 3rd down so their defense can stay on the sideline and get their win back.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter as we get ready to get things started. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. To the air, it's Raiola. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
They were really starting to put a drive together. And after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a 3rd down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out 1st downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they are. They won't compromise. And if you get to stick around here recently, a lot of success, too.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
He smashes his way through again. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, this tight end, he is like a receiver once he has the ball, isn't he? He's so elusive. He can make people miss. He's got some wiggle, and he's got some speed. This defense, they have their hands full trying to bring this guy down.
Got out of trouble and throws. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the flag, 1st and 15 for this offense. Leaves it with the running back. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. It's caught. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Beck's going for the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the catch. It's Mills. At midfield, he's got room. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Complete to the right. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. It's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Raiola. Grabbed behind the line. It's Parker. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Hauls it in. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Off the play fake. Looking for the score. Couldn't quite hang on to that one, and this red zone defense came that close to forcing a turnover. 3rd down coming up.
just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Under fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
They might need a telescope to find the first down marker, but they'll go for it on fourth down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Cornhuskers looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A strike downfield. He's down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a first down as they try to score one late in the half. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Keeps looking downfield. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The handoff to Johnson. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
offense is ready, and that they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Raiola. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Takes the handoff. It's Gage. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Parker. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, man. You're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, another incompletion. You can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He wants to throw it again. Pulls it in. It's Parker. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation. You're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up 4th.
Offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
Timeout, Nebraska. Other scores around the country. Slippery Rock, 35. Gallon University, 17.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking the shot. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels...
It's a fumble! Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
I think both defenses are expecting to have a lot of fun in these conditions, right, guys? It is snowing. They know it's going to be really hard for these players to hold on to the football, so they're trying to make tackles, but they're also trying to scoop and score in this one because at any given time, someone can put the ball on the ground.
Firing to the right, complete.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. Somebody catch it, big fella.
The Huskers can really attack on this second and short. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Quick strike complete. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So that they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT. What an athlete.
Rolling, throwing, looking right. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
So now it's second and long.
Here we go.
They'll give it to the back. Tough run across the 5. He'll get it all the way out to the 8-yard line. And now on third down after that last run. From the gun, wants to pass. Going downfield for the big play. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain.
Really nice poise by the quarterback on that throw. He's obviously backed up deep in his own end. He knows he can't take a sack, but all of his focus is downfield on coverage. He finds the matchup he wanted, and it's an explosive play for the offense through the air.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Look out, he's got room. Turns it on down the left side. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. The hand to the running back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Pass to Stinson, still on his feet. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's first and goal at the 9. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Now, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. They'll toss it to the left. And he's knocked down.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on fourth down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
And I like the decision to go up by more than a touchdown in the fourth quarter is the right call, but the execution doesn't come through. Now this football game is totally different. You don't have a 2-score lead. Your defense is going to have to step up for you in a big moment late in this football game.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds a man on the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers on the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Under fire. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Hey, listen, it's hard for an offense. When you're trailing late in the game, you've got to throw to get back in. The defense already knows it anyway. On top of that, you've got this weather that you have to deal with. These conditions are not conducive to playing pitch and catch. This is a big uphill battle for this offense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Fires to the right. Makes the catch. It's Hunter. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
Man, what a nice play in the passing game there. We were all in the car driving over here together in the snow, and we were wondering, is anybody going to be able to even complete a pass in these conditions? Well, I guess we just got our answer there. It's not easy, man. As a quarterback, the ball is slippery, and for receivers or anybody running routes, it's hard to get in and out of breaks, but they might have been throwing that ball in Miami. That was beautiful and on time.
He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Got a man, it's Mills. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out.
Love the play call in a 2-minute situation here in the fourth quarter. Out-breaking route so you can make the catch, hopefully get out of bounds, and save yourself clock.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Oh, they're after him. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Here comes the heat. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play. The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. These onside kicks are nearly impossible anyway, but you have to at least give them a chance by getting the ball 10 yards. They'll take the penalty and take over with the lead. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. It's really the most common type of upset